Hear that little piano note? Is it a piano note? Anyway, you know what that means. We are playing my favorite game of the week, Islanders. My favorite game of the day, the month, the week, the year. I love these little recording sessions. Thank you for joining me for another one. We've got this island is small, which scares me a bit because we all know how I feel about islands that have just like low ground space. How's everybody doing? Before I start complaining about my ground space, why don't I ask you how you are? How's your ground space? Do you have enough ground space in your life right now? Oof, that's a ripe lumber area. Look at, oh baby, look at that lumber. Oh my god. I mean, I could just do that, but that's too greedy. We have to restrain ourselves. So yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what I want to talk about today, but I hope you're all doing well. It's been a busy week again. I think I kind of covered, if you watched the last video, I think I kind of covered my dilemma in which it's hard for me to find an amazing flow with these just by the nature of how I record. So, you know, I try not to put expectations too high on myself for this stuff. Like, I like to think that folks know what they're getting into with these videos. Like, if you're just tuning in, if you've never watched one of my videos before and you somehow find yourself here, I post every other day, and they're usually very high effort posts that I actually put quite a lot of time into playing different games. So once a week, or I guess even a little bit less than that, once every 8 days, I sit down and I just play, and I play Islanders, and it's very, very relaxing, and I just upload it raw, and it feels really nice to have a chance to do that, at least once a week. So can I just touch that statue without touching that? I think I can. There it is. I want that spot, so what I'm thinking, because we have our gold thing right here, we may actually be able to get like a very, very profitable jewelry set up in the future, but let's just put that one in the back pocket for now. We'll get there. So yeah, I don't know. I've had a little bit of continuing to have a little bit of the sniffles this week. It's not a serious sickness, but I'm doing the responsible thing, and I'm staying away from everyone anyways. Even though it's just a little sneeze, but people are wary of sneezes right now, rightfully so. So I'm not going to subject anyone else to that. In terms of things I want to talk about this week, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of torn in two ways about how I'm doing on the channel right now. Which one is that I'm having a lot of fun with it right now, which is great, because it's not. Ooh, look at that. Oof, hold on. Sorry, I just all these flowers. I'm getting distracted. 27. Wowzers. 24. 20. 24. Let's get to 27 here. Unless. Yeah, 27. Okay. So I'm kind of feeling two different ways about everything right now, which is, on one hand, I'm having a ton of fun with the games I'm playing right now. I feel like I'm sort of finding my niche a little bit in terms of what games I like to play, and what games do well for me viewer-wise. That's not so much a consideration for me. I mostly just kind of play what I think I'll have a lot of fun playing and what I think people will enjoy watching. But along with that means I'm getting more efficient as time goes on. And that means that I'm starting to have to schedule properly and do that kind of stuff, which is, it's hard to. I'm not complaining. It's just the natural evolution of me getting more and more used to this. is that um, I have this repertoire of games that I can go to now and feel comfortable recording, and that means that I move faster. I'm nailing down my editing style more. It's all stuff like that. So it's really cool. It's a fun place to be at, but at the same time, that comes with its own, host of challenges, right? Sorry. I have to learn how to schedule properly. I have to be able to keep track of that stuff better. I'm gonna just touch the music down a tiny bit. Sorry. Pardon the music cutout. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. It looked like it was slightly louder than usual, so I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure you can hear my excellent voice, because if you couldn't, then what are we even doing here? You're all here to just listen to me yammer on, right? So I can't imagine why else you would be here, which means I need to make sure that the game is basically muted while I talk. 31 point fountain, 40 point fountain. 40 point fountain, I'll take it. I will attack it. Yeah, so that scheduling, those tasks are something I'm definitely still figuring out how to get a good grasp on. Because I'm finding more and more that I'm like, I have videos recorded that I want to release like 2 weeks in the future, right? And sometimes I'm editing and recording something that's going to be out the next day. So making sure I keep all of that straight in my head, and what's come out when, and what videos can be related to what videos. It's a lot to think about. It's a new dimension for me with this, and it's fun, but it's also it's taxing. Like I used to have such a, because I wasn't able to get ahead of myself like that before. I used to sit down and do these recordings and have such a clear picture in my head of like, here's what I can and will talk about, you know what I mean, in this video. But more so now, I feel like I know less, Ooh, look at these huts. These are some huts. Not that I know less, but it's just that, I have so many different videos from so many different weeks on the go that it's hard for me to be like, oh, did you guys see this video this week? Because I can't just recall immediately off the top of my head anymore what stuff came out right before this. But all I can say is that I'm pretty excited about a lot of stuff that I have on the go right now, and that's really awesome. That feels good. I feel like does that fit in there? I feel like I'm making a lot of cool stuff right now, and that's really fun. And the way I'm talking about it, you'd think I was like some kind of up and coming YouTube magnate, but I still get like 4 views per video. But oh, interesting. But I'm having a lot of fun with it, so hopefully we can continue with that, and the views will come on their own. Is sort of my philosophy, is that if I just make good stuff and keep making it consistently, then eventually, I'll find my audience somewhere. I'll find people that are interested in the same kind of stuff, in the same style of stuff that I am eventually. I mean, I've already got a handful of them. Some of you folks out there have been very, very sweet and kind with your time with me. I appreciate that. The people that are already out there being big sweeties to me. It's a little early for me to just be tossing out a plateau like that, but I also know that these water plateaus are so much more useful than I initially thought. So I'm less and less hesitant to do it, because like a 34 point seaweed farm, like, heck yes, give it to me. Even here, like, I mean, 19, I can get a 19 pointer. here, tucked right into this. And then I guess I can throw one here for 8. I could throw one here for 10, but I'm not going to. That is a waste. So I'm just going to kind of build out this ledge, I guess. I don't think I have my super awesome temple set up this time yet. I don't know how I'm going to do that at the moment. My initial thought is to put a wall platform here with the temple. But, you know, that's going to be a bit of an odd one. Perhaps over here I've split up my... I kind of absent-mindedly put mansions surrounding this city center and houses surrounding this one. I've got like a weird orange purple when I could have put houses here. Well, actually I wanted mansions here, but I guess if I had had the forethought, I should have flipped here and had houses on this side, mansions on this side. That would have given us like a pretty big boost. But hey, you know what? You're not always gonna get the perfect setups for temples and some such. So we're just gonna make do. Again, so let's throw this one in here. I think in this inlet we get 21 with that fissure. We've got a big seaweed farm already going, but we only get, we can actually get 13 if we tuck that in kind of weirdly, and a 12 there. But then we also get a big 13 if I go like there and start building out this new one. Our brewery. I need vocal lessons if I'm ever gonna say stuff like that. Brewery is has another field. Another shaman. Well, I know they can share this area and still do decently well, I think. Like a 15 is nice, but what do we have over here? Yeah, there we go. Now that we have enough of these seaweed farms, we can stick that there for a big 22. I don't know what our warehouse is going to do for us right now. 20? Is that anything? What is that for? The windmill, the lumberjack, and the statue. 6. The 20 is pretty good, but we're going to hold off. We're going to hold off. This circus is... This is just not a residential heavy island at all yet. And that's like mildly concerning because so many of your big ticket buildings are things like or can be things like, you know, circus or tavern, and that those aren't looking so hot for us right now. Those aren't looking so hot for us right now, so we definitely need to think about those in a smart way. Because right now I'm just kind of jollying along and hoping it's all going to work out, which, hey, there's something to be said for that too. We're all having fun here. Why not just jolly along and hope for the best, huh? Okay, now I think we can probably, yeah, we positioned it so that we can get a much bigger circus out of it. Nothing wrong with a 35-point circus, that's for darn sure. And another sawmill. I can get a 20 there. And if I put this over here, I can get a 14 on the edge, which is quite good. Another fissure, again, that we can sort of tuck in. We have enough of these city centers close enough together that I believe we can get fairly good. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we didn't place these exactly. Oh, 12 is still good, but 12, 4, 11. Oh, 20. I'll take the 20. Thank you very much. These two fishers apparently like each other quite a bit. They can work together for 20 points. Now this tower... 27, 26, 29, 32. If I stick it Smart Darb in the middle... 25 points for jewelry is pretty good, but it's not the best we've ever done. If it's not the best we've ever done, we simply... Well, misclick, but I would have wanted the market anyways, so... No problems with me on that front. Another windmill that's actually... This setup is actually very conducive to getting a lot of points for this windmill because it was just kind of a weird, irresponsible layout that I decided to do. And it's working out for me. So that's fun. That's fun and funny. 23 points there, 25 up here. Those are great places for huts along that ridge. They look cool. And beyond that, they are also highly functional because nothing else is really going to be able to fit there. We've got a fountain that is probably worth quite a bit somewhere. We need to find a big point something here because it's almost 15 minutes in, if not already, and we still haven't gotten a dog o'clock yet, which is just truly a scary prospect that we've gone this long without a dog o'clock. So let's keep that in mind here. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. 35, and I could kind of like what I want to do. I mean, what if I did something like that? Does it fit out here? 34. It actually loses a bit when I do that, unless I can like... No, it's not a wall plateau. Okay, let's place our towers here. We've been sitting on them for a long time, I think. This market is pretty good, but I think I know we can do something better with it. So let's take a 30-point tower out here near the circus. And then let's take a 28 over here. I could have sworn I saw 28 for a second, but maybe it was just a... Oh, nope, there it is. And a 28 over here. Those are two good tower placements. Not gonna moan about those, I like them. I like a 25 fountain too. I think I'm gonna put this here and kind of think of it as my future temple investment. 33-point tavern is quite good. Here we are now where we can sort of build along here and get the points we lacked last time a little bit. Brewery is doing well. Houses, I can jam a few more up here because why the hey not? I need to start putting mansions around this plateau, preferably all four sides, as prep for our friendly neighborhood. Okay, a 41-point oasis is pretty dang good. That's gonna get, and I mean, I did know special prep for that, so 41 for an oasis, that's dog o'clock. I know we're a little late, but we needed to earn it. So here's Jaina. This is one of the best ones yet, I think. That was her favorite elephant for a long time. She did eventually destroy it, as dogs do, but she would sleep with it like that. At work with my girlfriend, that's her on her bed in the office, cuddling with her elephant. That was her toy there for quite a long time, and then she brought it back here and eventually killed it. She actually hasn't done that with everything. She has a few. She's had a whale since she was since we got her, that she's actually very careful with, and she just sort of carries that around. So maybe I'll try and find a photo to include with the whale next week. But that is one big sweetie with some big sweetie eyes. She's off right now. With her and my girlfriend have gone home for the weekend to see her mother. So I'm on my own here without either of them, and I miss them both. Moving on. We'll bring that dog up again soon, don't you worry. So we'll grab the temple, I suppose. I mean, I get more points just slamming it right in here than if I even, try to do something else with it. So why not just put it there and double up a little bit? It's fun to have so many options on the board along the bottom here, but it's also, definitely overwhelming as well. I mean, so now is the point where I kind of feel like I want to just slam a lumberjack into a place and, get the points for it. Because why not? So it was down here. Oh, I don't have another plateau yet. Let's wait until I get another plateau, and then I may end up putting that other resort oasis down in like the 30-point spot that I was looking at earlier. I think that's the most likely outcome here for what will happen with that one. We can play our huts quickly. We can also play our seaweed farm pretty quickly. We do have another farmer's field. We know exactly where we want that. It's the benefit to setting it up in such a regimented kind of way is that you get a lot of these bonuses that or not bonuses, sorry, but you move quicker, because you know where everything's going, and it's satisfying. It's really satisfying in that sense. Let's put this balloon right out of the city center for 40 points. There's like a fun extension of our city center. We've a few more mansions, which is highly good. Again, we want to hug this. We want to hug this plateau as much as possible. The other ideal thing we would get is masons that I can put on this edge here. But even right now, we're looking at 40 points, that's totally that's a good temple not by our recent standards, I should say, because we've done some very good temples lately, but we've 40 points is like an average temple for me, and I don't think that's anything to be ashamed of. I simply won't let you shame me for it. I just won't. I just won't let you do it. So we're working towards a wall plateau here. Oof. That's a big field. 26-point field. That's probably the best field I've ever done. I should just take one of these parks at some point, but I don't know. Let's try and find the perfect edge here so that we can slip this one in there as well. We did it. That's good work. We've got another hut for our hut neighborhood out here. We have walls that we don't really need to place yet. We have warehouses that could probably get something out of these warehouses. 13, maybe up here. 4, no, 1. Yeah, I think my best is probably going to be somewhere where I just like basically stack it right in here with the other one, but it's not great no matter what. So let's hold on to that. Monument. Jeez. This mixture of like agriculture and other stuff is really being an issue. We'll put the monument up there because 19 points is pretty darn good. And we have a fountain that, There's got to be a place we can get like 20 out of this fountain right now. 19. 19 is quite good for a late fountain like this. I'll take that. How close are we to our next? Oh, we have another plateau. I just realized that. So I was thinking, yeah, like we were gonna want to put it like somewhere around here. And I think that that's the way to do it. Yeah, get it a big 38, 39. Awesome. Awesome. Water plateau. I keep forgetting to take parks. I should be taking parks, but I'm not. Foolish. How foolish of me. More houses that we can do. Why not? 11. Another mansion or two would be highly motivating. What am I thinking I need my water plateaus for? I mean, that's the big question. I don't even know if I need one for here. Oh, I do. But I can sneak. How big is this one gonna be? Hold on. That's gonna be like 40 something points here. If I place it just so. Yeah, 42 points. I think I can actually get more. I just need to be in the right spot here. Let's try somewhere like there. Yeah, 42, 46. That's what I thought it was going to be. That's huge. That's a huge... See, we're getting two big developments in this playthrough, I would say, is that one, our temples are getting way, way, way better over time. And two, our seaweed farms are also getting super, super good. We're definitely learning how to use that stuff well. A wall plateau is good. So now we can probably throw down that market in a way that we're happy with. I was saying that I was thinking it would go probably around here. So let's see if our first one goes something like that. And then the market goes here for 70 points. That is just peachy roonies with me. Peachy roonies is not a word at all, but does this market overlap? It does. But not by much. Let's try to think that through. Where's another like really good place for this market? Like here? Right on that edge there. Can I cheese a wall plateau somewhere into here? I can here, but I don't think that that's a convincing place yet. I mean, it's gonna be 19 points. No, thank you. Not yet. Not yet. So let's put our houses here again. Let's get our 12-point house. We've got another mansion we can tuck down here against the... Can I get it onto this spot? That would be ideal. If I could just fit it onto there, but I don't think I can. Okay, let's tuck it right into there as far as it'll go. And I don't think we're gonna get those masons this time, which is a shame. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of a diagonal mansion there because I want to get it tucked in again right against that spot, like I mentioned. 47 with this is not the worst, but I would love to be able to get it right in there. Again, I guess that's something I could try and do with this, but we're at a bit of a strange crossroads here. This 60-point temple might be as good as it gets, which is, again, definitely not bad. feels like... I guess I just don't think it's coming. I guess maybe that's the thing. 61. Oh, well, that's even... I mean, that's something to keep in mind. I mean, I gain a point if I throw the market there versus the temple. However, I'll get points on the market elsewhere. And I absolutely will not get points on the temple elsewhere. Interesting. So, I mean, I could potentially throw one here and just make that like an extension of the city, but that's not a very good spot. You know, if I'm gonna do that, I almost... Can I, like, chain it? Interesting. I'm in a bit of a predicament here early on, which I wasn't expecting. I guess I mentioned off the top that this was a low ground space level, and that always poses a bit of an issue, but I guess I wasn't expecting it to rear its head so quickly. Does this get a bonus for... Oh, it does get a bonus for walls as well. Interesting. So I could... It gets the same for a wall as it does for a mansion, so that's neat to know. Can I get another one in here somewhere? Or, well, in theory, I could do something like that, and then again, just... Oh, well, I wouldn't want to put it there. I'd want to put it probably on this side for 15, and then because I need to jam it up into the top right to get the points anyways. That's 80. 80's not bad. 13. I mean, out here it's worth basically nothing. Out here, can't even fit out here. 19. Oh, I'll take a 19. Can I get it? I mean, is this a waste to do that for 14 and then this for 26? I don't think so. I don't think that's a waste. I still got one. Yeah, and so I got a second wall, which we know again you can fit a temple on with 2 walls, so this should fit on here for 90 points. I think that's the best it's gonna get. And again, unless I can maybe... Can I maybe somehow slide another... Oof. I can get another wall in there. And that gives us our 100 point temple, I think, folks. That's an extra doggo clock, a 100 point temple after we were really struggling there for a little bit in a way that I was uncomfortable with, but in a way that I wasn't thrilled with, but we managed to pull out the big temple. You love to do that. We were at 40 before, and I was starting to think I would settle for that. Get that garbage temple out of here. A 40 point temple? Bah! Unheard of, unnecessary. We can have a 100 point temple instead. We're triple digit temples on this channel, or we're going home. If I ever lay a double point temple, a temple in the tens column ever again, this whole series is done. I'm packing in the whole YouTube channel. There's my cute dog. Look at her. Over here. I'm fired up, damn it. Let's get back to the island. Look at my beautiful dog, and then let's get back to the damn island. Gosh golly, we're having fun. Hey guys, you know what? We're all having fun here. We're all having fun here. Okay, so now that we got the old heart rate up, what else are we gonna do? This was worth... Ooh, it's actually worth a lot less now because of the walls that have been put in place. But Looks like you can still get an 11 for it. I'll take 11. I don't know. That's one of those ones that, like, sometimes you get 50 for it, sometimes you get 5, sometimes you can only have negatives. So I'll happily take a number like that. Okay, so a wall in here. Yeah. Now that's looking like it's gonna be a big market. 84-point market. That's pretty. That's a pretty point, a pretty penny. It's a pretty penny pack of points. Got another jewelry store because they're just miserable and I hate having them, so that makes sense why I'm being given another one. How much can I actually get? Like yeah, I can still get a 13 on that one. I mean, these are just good points out here these days because of all the different stuff, but hold off on that. I mean, we have a lot of tight areas that walls would do well in. Maybe even something like here, 9 up on that edge. 720 up on this edge. Yeah, let's take the 20. Why not? Nothing else can fit there. Maybe one more house, but I like that neighborhood kind of. I like that neighborhood as is right now. This gets a little bonus. It would be 17 if that warehouse wasn't there. It's not even that much. I mean, what was it out here again? It was like 4, really? That's it? 4, 8, 12. Is that base score of nothing? So it would be 12 if I, let's just say, in theory, I did something like this. 12. It would be 12. It's not where I put it there, but it would be 12. Okay. The other thing, we got parks that are going to do great work for us, I think. 16. I think I should be able to fit one in here, right? Seriously? No? Come on. Come on, that's a park. Give me the park. Okay. Residentially, where would this fit? Anywhere? Down here, perhaps? Ooh, right here, actually, it'll be. That's another big 13. An 18, great. Thank you very much. I'll take another one there. Time to start beautifying the island. Okay, houses. Still 17-point houses. These are quite nice. Quite nice for us here. 16. How are we doing with a seaweed farm out here? We can get a 10. Take, or an 8. No, take the 10. Take the 10 while we've got it. We have another mansion that we could, I mean, we could put it out here for 9, but yeah, we still have some better spots we can take there. 15. I did use my wall plateau. Okay, I was about to ask if I had used it or not. I don't know who I was gonna ask. I guess just anyone out there that's been keeping track of my buildings for me. That is to say, none of you, not a single one of you knew whether or not I had used that plateau. Throwing down the gauntlet. Oh, 18's pretty good. 18 is pretty good. Hard to say no to that. What else have we got? We've got 2 plateaus, which are going to be worth quite a bit. We have this silly warehouse that is basically worth jack diddly to me. But 13 isn't that jack diddly. It's just not, you know. There's Jackie or diddlier jacks. What am I saying? What have I become? What in the hell am I saying? Okay, so we've got... Yeah, we're running into that issue really fast, and it's kind of worrying because we're a little bit away from unlocking the next island. But we ran into that issue that we did in the winter one a while back where, you know, you just... you get too greedy in these, in some of these spaces. And you can end up in some trouble with later on in the game, so to speak. Well, because what happens if I do something like this? Just curious. Yeah, you can end up with some issues later in the game because you just run out of the square footage to do much of what you want to do. And then you're sort of just chipping away with these tiny little, 8-point buildings, and you're not going to make your last island doing that sometimes, so that's something to think about. So I know I've got a fountain that I'm kind of setting up to go, or was hoping to kind of set up in this area. Might have just bungled that a little bit. 17 is pretty good. Ooh, I can hit a 10 there, and that actually opens this up to be even better. But does that... This gets a bonus for parks too, doesn't it? 3, yeah. If I can fit a... Can I fit a nice park somewhere that it won't just bleed points for me? No, not really. Okay. But a plateau, I still don't really know how I want to use that, so let's just hold back a bit here. This is a very interesting dilemma I'm finding myself in here. If I had some faith that I was going to get another one of these farmers' fields, I would be just throwing that down there like it was nothing, but I don't know that that's the best move yet. Okay, I think this going in here for 18 is going to be it. So let's do that. We have 3 walls here that should be able to do decently for us if we peek around a bit. 14 is a pretty solid wall. I think this, yeah, 18. I was going to say that looks like it would be something for me. What else likes walls, or does walls likes? 23. So that makes me think, let's take 1 back quickly, because I did it was like 18 and something, and yeah, okay, so it's not as good as I thought. Where was that other one again? It's in here, right? Yeah, 21. Ooh, that's even better. That's even better. Okay, and then we've got a big plateau. I kind of want to put it out here. I mean, it's just a lot of points to stick it there for 17, but I mean, where else does it do well for me? I don't think I have the space for it anywhere else is the thing. 17 is quite good. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 17, I think. Unless I can kind of cheese it into the mountain here and get... That's pretty huge cheese, and I'm gonna take it. No further questions. Okay, what can we do here now? So we still got a 16-point house is pretty good. I mean, an 11-point house is pretty good. I've got a fisher that can probably do well for us somewhere. I mean, 15 with its fishing buddy there. 12. 15 on its own up here. 4, 6, 4. 10, 13. I think 15 on its own is the nicest place to put it out here to get a 15. 16. That's pretty good. We'll take it. City center. It's kind of an odd one. I mean, it's basically a de facto 20, right? If you can place it somewhere that's not touching anywhere else, but it's a bit of a gamble this late in the game. Oh, hey, 21 out here. That's probably our spot, because anywhere else it's going to be too close to other stuff where it's going to bleed points out on me. Yeah, even down here, it's doesn't have enough distance from the other one. Oh, 29. Glad I kept checking. 29 is really good. Let's take a 29 then. Now a market is normally something you're really happy to see, but ooh, okay, 24. I can at least get some points for it out here. I didn't even think I was gonna have room for it, so that's kind of a blessing in disguise there. The fact that I can even get it on the board is pretty amazing at this point, because I fully wasted that plateau just throwing it into the wall for 20 points. So getting this out here for 24, I will take that with a smile on, because I did not think that that was going to happen. Now, what can we do with 6 parks? Because we are pretty close to getting toaster ovened here on this episode, which would be a surprise for sure. So far 7 is the best I'm seeing. 4, 5. I mean, 5 is pretty good, but oh, ooh, there's a spot. That's good to find. 13, 14. Okay, let's take the 14. And we'll take the 13 as well. Those are both very good finds. Another 14. That is a heck of a find, this little area here. Get the 14 and that actually finds us a new pack, right? Yeah, it does. Okay, okay. We're still motoring along here now. So up here again, we're still getting 9 and 8. So I want to save that. I believe I want to save that for more, how you say, parks. A 10-point house. These are 7 out there on its own here. 9. 9, 9, 10 is 10 was in here. 10, 7, 3 down on that. Down on our cheese plateau. Okay, so I think we're gonna take the 10. The 10 is pretty good. Can I fit another one in next to it? No. So then I think we're gonna want to take the cheese plateau one. Or this is 9 versus an 8 up there. So actually I think I want to take that with the house, because if an 8 is the best I'm going to get there, then it's better that I take the 9 for the house. So let's take the 9 for the house. Where'd it go? Where did it go? There it is. Because I think I can still fit another park in there anyways, so... Oof! Let's, hold on. I'm holding on hope that maybe I can actually squeeze another park in there. Yes, even better. So let's put this up here. 27. Is there anywhere else I could potentially put this where it does even better somehow? 2019. No. 2019. 14. 17. 22. 28. That 28 is the best one I think I've seen. 28 versus up here was 25. Yeah, let's take the 28 in this little tiny nook here that we've discovered. That's a great spot. We've got another wall. And a circus. I mean, that's another one that I'm just thinking, like, is there even a single spot I could place this dang building that it wouldn't give me a minus? Maybe, like, +0 down here? Something? This is tough. Okay, so we still can do, I know we can do, like, a 7-point park down here. Let's look around for where we can get a good wall. I know walls are usually good for like 14 to 18. If we can place them, oh, 15, so there you go. There's talking right there. 15's pretty good. 8. This is like where I would dream, I think, but 2, no. Take it back, not the dream. Maybe like somewhere in here would be amazing too, but I think it's just too, it's too much, it's too big. So 15 is still looking like our top candidate. Unless we can get one somewhere around there, but it's not looking like it. Down here is nothing, 6, nothing. 15 out on this thing. Oh, wait, maybe. Hold on. There, we're talking 16 now. 16 is pretty good. How can I... Okay, so 16 is our new front runner. As we wrap up here, as we're approaching our hour point and our finishing point for the day. 11. Do we see any hidden little skinny spots that we could slide in one of these guys? I'm thinking no. I think 16 is our one. If protecting fields was something it liked to do, that would be an amazing spot. But it looks like we're looking at a 16 here. Again, because I can't get that to rotate and touch anything else. Even getting it in here is not, it doesn't care about fields. Now sometimes if it's like an insanely good spot, you can slam it right up against another wall and still take home a ton of points, but doesn't look like we've got that here. Okay, let's take our 16, our odd rotation in here. That's pretty good. And there's our new island unlocked, so that's just beautiful. You'd love to see that. That is just the cherry on top of a lovely little island that we've built out here, folks. We can now wrap it up with no concerns at all, because we get another island and another day on this run together. Oh, that looks like it'd be such a beautiful fit, doesn't it? Doesn't it, folks? But it's just not there. Ooh, that's a beautiful fit, though. 13. 13, 5. 5 out here again. How about down here? Another 4. 4s, 5s. Ooh. There were a lot of good places to put parks that I was just not quite finding, so I guess I'm glad I'm glad I unlocked the I'm very glad I unlocked the next island without duncing that up in the way that I was. Okay, and our last 2, so we know the circus can go like the circus just can't touch a house. It's trying its best, but it just can't do it. There's nowhere I can put it. I don't think that it's gonna reach a house. There's no market for this poor circus. The whole place is saturated to the brim. Maybe on here, maybe. feel like if I rotated it and like slid it just so, it would maybe go here, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So let's put it out here on its own. And then this jewelry store that just is gonna be minus points again, I think, no matter where I put it, because it's just so finicky. So I'm just probably gonna end up not placing it again, because I would prefer to not take a 30-point hit going into the next island. All right, that's today's work. That's a lovely one. It's tough. It's always tough when you have so many levels, so many layers, and not so much ground space. But I think we came out with some really cool stuff here. I do love the aesthetic of how this came out. Like sort of like you can see here, sort of like city, layer down, city, again, then just sort of spreads out this way before it layers down again to another city by the water. And then even further down, we have this little fishing city out here. These markets serve each other well. This sort of agriculture ledge turned out nicely. It wasn't as horrible of a point sink as I thought it was going to end up being. And then out here, this is just a really cute, like, this is definitely here, like a big tourist attraction to this island. You get to come out, like you come onto the island. Let's role play here. You come onto the island from out here. You come in, and you hit this port here, and you can either go into the city or you can catch the ferry, and it takes you around. Like you see the skyline, you go around the edges, and then you come up to this enormous pillar, and you get to stay in the oasis right here at the base of the pillar, or you can stay a little higher up, closer to the city, and have a view. And then there's like one of those challenges where there's like 500 stairs or something that spiral up this, and you can walk them in a certain amount of time, raise money. Or this is like a little park plateau that you can hang out at. It has nice views out to the ocean and of the plateau as well. More brewers, huge industrial seaweed farm that just like nobody wants to live near. Just this enormous seaweed farm, this abandoned circus, and this is like we'll say this is like an old archaeological site. They like pulled it out of the wall. They found it while they were digging into the wall, and they were like, wow, we got to preserve this. So now it's just like another place you can visit and see like remnants of the ancient island as it was before. And where would I live? I hear you screaming at home. This one little mansion house here that ended up on this ledge, I think it's quite beautiful. You get to be right looking out at the ocean. You get to be on with all this big parky area, all these fields, but you're also close by to 2 city centers and the main city if you need to get up there. So I think that would be my home. Where would be your home? Let me know. Do let me know. Where would you live in this lovely, lovely place? Oh, sorry. I right-clicked on the wrong part of the screen. So that's just about that, I think. I think we can say goodbye to this beautiful island. As with all good things, we had our fun here, but we must move on and start our expedition anew. Let us see what we'll build next week. Thank you guys for watching. Again, I do post every other day. Islanders are every 8 days, so if you love this, 8 days from now we'll be doing it again. But if you didn't love this, which I can't imagine you're still watching at this point if you didn't, but I post every other day, so if you come back, not tomorrow, but the day after, there will be a fun, shorter little gameplay style video where we do some comedy and play some games, and it's fun. Do some comedy, make jokes, crack jokes. And then in 8 days, we've got this is a gorgeous island, this orange and dark blue. I love this palette, these big arcs. This is awesome. So yeah, in 8 days, we'll be back on this spectacular little island. This is going to be really cool. I'm excited for this. Okay. 8 days from now. I'll see you guys then. Thanks so much for watching, and bye for now.